Welcome to Science Store online classes.
Don't forget to like our video and subscribe our YouTube channel for all the updates.
Hello students, welcome to maths class. Myself Ashwini Naik, lecturer in mathematics. Today I am discussing the trigonometric function chapter, one of chapter from your first year. So already you know and you have studied in your previous class, that is in 10th class, that is trigonometric function or trigonometry chapter. So what do you mean by trigonometry? What is the definition of trigonometry? So trigonometry definition is, it means the measuring the sides of a triangle. Already you know, it is the measure of sides of triangle, or it is the relationship between angles and sides of triangle that you have studied in your previous class, that is in 10th class. Now in your first year, how many marks from this trigonometric function? See, so this is the one of the biggest chapter and it is very important chapter, and here so many questions. How many questions here? 1 mark 1 question from this chapter. So 1 mark 1 question, 2 marks, sometimes they ask 3 questions, sometimes 2 questions. 2 marks 3 question or 2 question. So next 3 marks again 3 questions or 2 question. 3 marks 3 questions or 2 marks and 2 questions, and 5 marks 1 question. 5 marks 1 question, and next last part is always 6 plus 4. 6 that one definite derivation and 4 is sub question. Sometimes 6 marks it is from your trigonometric chapter, 4 from other chapter, or 6 derivation from other chapter, 4 from your trigonometric function. That means in each part there is one trigonometric chapter question, that is 1 mark, 2 mark, 3 marks, 5 marks and last 10 mark question. So it is very important chapter. Now once we'll recall whatever you studied in your 10th class, right? So how many trigonometric ratios are there? There are 6 trigonometric ratios, right? So which are those trigonometric ratios? Sine, cos, tan, cosecant, secant and cot trigonometric ratios. And do you know what are the definitions of those trigonometric ratios? What are the definitions of those trigonometric ratios? See, just I am recalling those. So if it is right angle triangle ABC and this is your angle theta, then this side is called as opposite side, right? So and this is 90 degrees. So for this opposite side is what? Hypotenuse side. And this is your adjacent side. So now we'll write 6 trigonometric definitions. So what do you mean by sine theta? Sine theta is what definition? It is opposite side divided by hypotenuse side. Opposite side divided by hypotenuse side. Next is cos theta. What is the definition of cos theta? Cos theta is adjacent side divided by hypotenuse side. That is cos theta. Next, what is the definition of tan theta? Tan theta is opposite side divided by adjacent side. Right? Now, can you write cosecant, secant and cot theta definition? Yes, you can write. How to write? What is the definition of cosecant theta? Cosecant theta is reciprocal of sine theta. Is it right? Yes. So what is the definition of cosecant theta? Cosecant theta is hypotenuse divided by opposite side. Now next, what is the definition of secant theta? Secant theta is reciprocal of cos theta. So now what is the definition of secant theta? Secant theta is hypotenuse side divided by adjacent side. Now next, tan theta definition. Cot theta. What is the definition of cot theta? Cot theta is reciprocal of tan theta, and definition is adjacent side divided by opposite side. Those are the definition of 6 trigonometric functions, right? And we'll see some formulas. You know this one. So sin theta can be written as what? 1 divided by cosecant theta. Is it right? Sin theta is 1 divided by cosecant theta. Next, what is the definition of cos theta? Cos theta can be written as 1 divided by secant theta. Cos theta can be written as 1 divided by secant theta. Next, tan theta can be written as what? 1 divided by cot theta. Tan theta can be written as 1 divided by cot theta. Now next, similarly, cosecant theta can be written as 1 divided by sin theta. Secant theta can be written as 1 divided by cos theta. Cot theta can be written as 1 divided by tan theta. And one more definition or formula. Sin theta into cosecant theta is what? It is always equal to 1. These things you studied in your 10th class. That is, sin theta into cosecant theta is 1. Next, similarly, secant theta into cos theta is what? 1. Tan theta into cot theta is what? It is 1. Right? And next, tan theta can be written as what? Sin theta divided by cos theta. Is it right? Tan theta can be written as sin theta divided by cos theta. Next, cot theta can be written as what? Cot theta divided by sin theta. Cot theta can be written as cos theta divided by sin theta. Next, there are 3 identities. Which are those 3 identities? Sin square theta plus cos square theta, which is equal to 1. Sin square theta plus cos square theta, which is equal to 1. Next is what? One more. 1 plus tan square theta is equal to what? It is cot square theta. 1 plus tan square theta is equal to cot square theta. Next is, 1 plus tan square theta is secant square theta. Next, 1 plus cot square theta is equal to what? Cosecant square theta. 1 plus cot square theta is equal to cosecant square theta. So these are whatever you studied in your 10th class, right now? Yes, now we'll discuss here in first year, that is, first we'll see here angles. Already you know what is angle, right? 30 degree you have drawn, that is 30 degree angle, 60 degree angle, 180 degree angle, 90 degree. So how to write? 30 degree angle, correct? No? Angle. Next, what is the total angle of circle? Total angle of circle is 360 degree. What is the total angle of a triangle? It is 180 degree. What is the total angle of quadrilateral? It is 360 degree, right? The 360 degree is what? Angle of that quadrilateral. 180 degree is what? The total angle of triangle. And again one more, it is 360 is the total angle of triangle, right? Yes, now we'll see what is the definition of angle. So angle is the measure of, it is the measurement of or measure of rotation of, it is the measure of rotation of a given ray about its initial point. It is the measure of rotation of a given ray about its initial point, about its initial point. Now we'll see this. I drawn 2 figures. So one is this figure and one more is this figure. So now here what is called here? The angle is measure of rotation of given ray. So suppose this is one ray. You know what is the definition of ray? A straight line with arrow mark. That is called as a ray. So it is the rotation of given ray. So this is one given ray. If it rotates like this, Suppose assume that this is a given ray, right? Suppose assume that this is given ray and this is fixed here. This ray is fixed here. If I rotate like this, the measure of rotation, how much I rotated? So correct now, if I rotate here and if I stop here, I started from the initial position, this one, and I rotate with respect to this initial position and I stopped here, and the measure of how much we rotated is called the angle. Now tell me, what is the measurement of this one? This is 90 degree. Already you know, right? So these two are, it is 90 degrees. So what is angle here? Angle is the measure of rotation of given ray about its initial point, or about its fixed point. Suppose if I rotate, so this is your ray, the given ray, and this is your fixed point or initial point. From this I am rotating, so this is the initial position. If I rotate like this, I rotated like this, how much I rotated? I rotate only this much, correct no? So this much, so this is called as angle. Now measure this angle. So what is this? Maybe equal to 30 degree or nearly equal to 45 degree, right now? This angle. So this is called as the angle, understood no? It is the measurement of rotation of the ray about its initial point. So consider example here. So this is the ray OA and that is called as initial side. And so I started from this point and I rotated like this, and where I have stopped is the point is called as terminal side. The ray is called as terminal side, and this is fixed point. Fixed point is called the vertex of that angle. Clear no? So this fixed point is about this point I am rotating. So that point is called as vertex of that, and the starting ray is called the initial ray, and the final position of that ray is called as terminal side. So angle is the measure in between initial side and the terminal side. It is the measure between initial and terminal side. So it is called as positive angle. This is called as positive angle. If your rotation is in this direction means it is in anti-clockwise direction. It is in anti-clockwise direction. You know, clockwise and anti-clockwise direction. So this is your clockwise direction, correct? No? So if it is clock, this is 12 and 6 and 9, sorry 3 and 9. Clockwise direction means how it rotates? It rotates like this. So rotation is like this. Your rotation is like this. So this is called as clockwise direction. This is clockwise direction. Anti-clockwise direction is what? How it is? This is 12, 6, 3, 9. So this is a fixed point. Anti-clockwise direction is this one. This is called as anti-clockwise direction. Anti-clockwise direction. Now tell me, this direction is anti-clockwise direction or clockwise direction? It is in anti-clockwise direction. If direction is anti-clockwise direction, then angle is positive angle. Positive angle is what? Anti-clockwise direction. Now if your rotation is clockwise direction, then it is measured as negative angle. It is measured as negative angle. See here, this is the point and this is initial side, and this is rotated in this direction below this. If it is rotated in this direction, that means it is an anti-clockwise direction. So then angle is minus, that means negative angle. So here this is your initial side, initial ray, and this is your fixed point means it is vertex, and that point is your terminal side. Next side is the terminal side. So angle between initial and terminal side, and it is in clockwise direction, so that is called as negative angle. So you know the difference between, now here you come to know the difference between positive angle and negative angle. So positive angle means it is anti-clockwise direction. Positive angle means it is anti-clockwise direction. Negative angle means it is clockwise direction. Now already we discussed, so this is the figure, angle, measurement of angle. So this is called as initial and this side is terminal side. Now is this positive angle or negative angle? This is positive angle because it is in anti-clockwise direction. See the arrow mark, this is in anti-clockwise direction. So this direction is negative direction, so that means clockwise direction. So your angle measurement is negative angle. So now some of the important points from these two figures. So the original ray is called the initial side. So your rotation starts from OA, correct no? So that original position is called the initial side. Now next, final position of the ray after rotation. So here rotation, your initial ray is here and it rotates and it comes to your final stage or final point, and that final position is called as the terminal side. So it is called as the terminal side. The point of rotation is called the vertex. Already we discussed, right? So this is your point O and that is fixed point. So about this point the ray is rotating. So that fixed point is called as the vertex of that angle. Next, if the direction of rotation is anti-clockwise direction, direction of rotation is anti-clockwise. By seeing this arrow mark you can understand, correct no? The arrow mark is like this. So that means it goes like this, that means it is anti-clockwise direction. If the direction of rotation is anti-clockwise, then angle is said to be positive, then the theta is positive angle. Next point is the direction of rotation is clockwise. See here it is clockwise. This is your initial side and this is your final side, terminal side, and rotation is in clockwise direction. Rotation is in clockwise direction. So then the angle is angle measured as negative angle. Now next, there are two units of measurement of an angle. There are two units for measuring the angle, which are degree and radian. So degree already you know in your previous class, 30 degree, 40 degree, 60 degree, that angles you measured only in degree, right? So this is the new concept, that is radian measurement. So there are two units for this angle measurement. There are many units are there, but we are discussing here radian and degree measurement. Already you know. So length of any or distance from the point A to B. So how we are measuring the distance, or what is the unit of that distance measurement? We are saying that here to here distance may be 5 meter. So meter is unit for distance, or we are saying sometimes as 10 centimeter. So centimeter, meter is unit of the distance or length. Centimeter is also unit of meter and centimeter, or sometimes we are saying that here it is 5 feet, correct no? The distance between 2 points is 5 feet. So that is also the measurement or unit of that distance, right? So now, so here for angle or the distance or length, there are 3 units, meter, centimeter, feet. So 3 measurements. Similarly, to measure the angle there are 2 units, understood no? So these are the units for measuring the angle. So 30 degree. So this angle is measured in which unit? This is in degree unit. Sometimes we say that 2 pi radian. So this is called as radian. So 2 pi radian. So radian is also what? The measure or unit of the measure of angle. So there are 2 units. One is degree and one is radian for the measurement of angle. This is important now. Okay, so conversion of degree to radian to degree is very important for 2 marks. Now first we will discuss degree measurement. degree measurement. So first we'll see what is the definition of degree measurement. So degree measurement definition is if the rotation from the initial side to the terminal side is, so from initial side to the terminal side is 1 by 360th of a revolution or of a rotation, the angle is said to have a measure of 1 degree, and that is written as 1 degree. Suppose this is your initial side, correct now? And your rotation is like this. Already you know this is the complete one rotation. That means one full circle rotation, right? So this is your complete the rotation means one full circle rotation. So here degree, 1 degree can be, you know what is the angle of rotation of a circle. What is the angle of rotation of circle? It is equal to 30 degree, or angle of circle is 360 degree, not 30, it is 360 degree, correct? No, this is a circle. So what is the angle of circle? Angle of circle is 360 degree. Suppose it starts from here and it goes like this and again it reaches to this original position, then the total angle is what? It is 360 degree. If your rotation is, suppose if your rotation is only this half, so it starts from here and if it is rotation is only half, what is this angle? This angle is called as 180 angle, correct? No, 180 degree. Suppose your rotation is like this, it is your initial side and your rotation is still only here, that is like 90 degree, right? This is your 90 degree rotation, it is not 90 degree completely. So 360 degree, 180 degree, understood? No? So one full circle rotation means one full revolution or one full rotation means it is 360 degree. So your initial position is this one, right? So now it is called as 1/360th of revolution means. So out of 360, so here how many total part? Total part is 360. See here? So this is 1, this is 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Total how many divides are here? 360 division. 360 division. In that one division, the one division, that means out of 360 divisions, that one division, so 1 divided by 360th, out of 360, the one division is called as 1 degree. This is called as 1 degree. So 1/360th of 1 by 360th of the revolution is called as 1 degree. Clear, no? So one full rotation, in that how many parts? 360 parts. So why it is 360 parts? Because the total angle of one full rotation is always equal to 360, correct? No? In that the each part is, if you divide that rotation, one full revolution into 360, then each rotation is called as 1 degree. So 1 divided by 360th of revolution is 1 degree. The next definition, a degree, that means 1 degree is divided into 60 minutes. 1 degree is divided into 60 minutes. Suppose assume that this is your degree, correct? No, which is your degree? This is your 1 degree. Assume that this is your 1 degree. It is not 1 degree, so assume that this is 1 degree. And again this 1 degree is divided into how many parts? 60 minutes. So that means how many divisions here made? It is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Total how many divisions in 1 degree? Total 60 division. So that 1 degree is called as 60 minutes. So now 1 degree is equal to 60 minutes. Remember this point. This is very important. All these definitions are not important. Only concentrate as 1 degree is equal to 60 minutes. Means what? That 1 degree is divided into how many divisions? Like 60 divisions, and that is called as 60 minutes. Correct? No? Yes. This is what 60 minutes. So that means this is 1 minute. 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 Means total how many minutes are there? 60 minutes. Clear? Yes. 60 minutes, and a minute is divided into 60 seconds. Again that minute is divided into 60 seconds. So I take this as 1 minute. I take this as 1 minute. Assume that part is 1 minute, and that part is again divided into how many seconds? 60 seconds. Means how many divisions here made? It is made 60 divisions. 60 divisions. So 1 minute is equal to what? 60 seconds. So 1 minute is equal to 60 seconds. See the notation. This is 0. 1 power 0 means it is degree. So 60 power 1 means minute. 60 power 1 minute. So 1 power 1, 1 dash means it is minute. 60 double dash. 60 double dash means it is second. See the units. So 0 it is degree. 1 dash means it is minute. Double dash means it is second. So 1 degree is equal to 60 minutes. So what is the meaning of this one? 1 degree is divided into how many parts? 60 parts. So 1 degree is equal to 60 minutes. Now next, out of those 60 minutes, if I take 1 minute, that 1 minute is again divided into how many parts? It is 60 parts, and that is called as 60 seconds. Next one, 1/60th of degree is called a minute. 1/60th of degree is called as minute and written as 1 minute. 1 minute can be written as 1 power 1 dash. So 1 dash means it is minute. Now next, 1/60th of minute is called a second, and that is denoted as double dash. Now 1 divided by 3/60th of rotation is called as what? 1 degree. Similarly, 1/60th of degree is called as what? Minute. Next, 1/60th of minute is called as what? 1 minute. So here the main important concept is these two. So problems based on these two are very important. Remember, 1 degree is equal to 60 minutes, 1 minute is equal to 60 seconds. The conversion is very, very important. So how to convert? Suppose convert 30 degree into 60 minutes, or convert this degree into minutes. Convert this degree into minutes. How to convert? You know. What is the relation between degree and minute? Conversion is 30 degree convert into minute. So degree to be converted to minute. So first see the difference or relation between degree and minute. You know the relation, 1 degree is equal to what? 60 minutes, right? 1 degree is equal to 60 minutes. You need 360 degrees equal to how many minutes? Sorry, 30 degree is equal to how many minutes? Correct, no? 30 degrees is equal to how many minutes? You know, 1 degree is equal to 60 minutes. So 30 degrees is equal to how many minutes? How many minutes? Cross multiplication, right? You know this one. So 30 into 30 degree into 60 minutes divided by 1 degree into question mark. That question mark comes here, correct, no? So this degree and this degree unit cancels. So now what is left is minute. So how much it is? 3 6 are 18 and double 0. So how many minutes? 1800 minutes, that is equal to 30 degrees. So this type of conversion is very important. So 1 degree is equal to 60 minutes, 1 minute is equal to 60 seconds. So in this, these 2 points are very, very important. Hello students, now today we will discuss some angle measurements. How to take the angles, how to draw this angle. So you know how to draw angle 360 degree, right? So how to draw this 360 degree? If this is your initial ray, this is initial ray, this is the fixed point, the vertex. So I am drawing only the direction. See, 360 means it is positive angle. plus 360. So that means positive angle. When it is positive angle, if your rotation is in anti-clockwise direction, right? If your rotation is in anti-clockwise direction, then angle is positive. So here 360 means your angle start from this. So 360 is one full circle. So this is 360 measurement. This is 360 measurement. Next 180 degree. So 180 degree how to measure? So this is your initial ray. So this is initial point. And it is plus 180 degree means positive angle. Positive angle, the rotation is anti-clockwise direction. So the rotation is anti-clockwise direction. So this is your 180 degree. This is your 180 degree. Clear no? 180 degree. Now next is minus 30 degree. So angle is negative, correct no? So this is your initial ray, that is O, and your angle is what? Minus 30. So if angle is minus 30, then your rotation is what? Clockwise direction. Rotation is clockwise direction. So I'll start from here. So yeah, clockwise direction. Otherwise I'll start like this. So clockwise direction. So here maybe it is nearly 30 degree. Maybe it is 30 degree means it is negative direction. Clear? This is negative. So your rotation comes like this is nearly 30 degree. So direction is clockwise direction. By the direction only you can understand it is positive or negative angle. Now next is minus 420 degree. So 420 is what? 360 plus. Correct no? 360 plus 60 is what? 420. Right? So how to draw this one? This is minus angle. So this point is O. So now how to start your rotation? Is this in this way clockwise or anti-clockwise direction? This is clockwise direction. So clockwise direction means it is still here. It is 360 degree, one full circle. So plus 420. So 360 plus how much is 420? It is 60. So again maybe till here. So this is your 420. This is 420 angle. This is 420 degree angle. Clear no? And it is minus. Why it is minus? It is in clockwise direction. This is in clockwise direction. That is 420 degree. Now next is 270 degree. 270 degree how to measure? With the protractor you know how to measure the angle. Correct no? Only here I am dealing with the direction. You know how to measure the 270 degree, 360 degree, 180 degree, 420 degree by your protractor. That you studied in your lower class. Here I am giving the direction. So how to mark anti-clockwise direction and clockwise direction? If you see this first figure, so your direction is clockwise, anti-clockwise direction. Is it right? So because it is plus 360, so to indicate positive direction and negative direction or clockwise or anti-clockwise direction, I am showing this measurement. Okay. Yes, 360 is plus 360, so it is clockwise direction. Now next 180 is, if you draw in protractor, your 180 angle is how it comes like this, correct no? This is your 180 degree angle. So I am here marking the direction. So this is positive 180. If it is minus 180 means how to mark? This is minus 180. Is it right? This is, because it is clockwise direction is minus 180. This is plus 180 degree is positive direction. So not from here. So it is initial point. Clear this? So only to show the positive and negative angle I am showing this one. Now next positive, so this one. So next is minus 30 degree. Minus 30 degree. So minus 30 degree is what? It is negative direction. So means it is clockwise direction. See the arrow mark. It is not perfectly 30 degree. I am just drawing the rough figure showing that it is 30 degree and mainly concentrating on the positive or negative. So arrow mark is important, that is negative mark, that is clockwise direction. So again minus 420 degree. So minus 420 degree how to mark? So minus 420 is one full circle and it is clockwise direction. Clockwise direction till here 360. 360 plus 60 is 420. 360 plus 60 is 420. So this is here nearly 420. I am not taking the protractor and I am not measuring here. Just I am showing the direction positive or negative. Now 270 degree. So how to mark 270 degree? In your protractor you know how to mark, right? So here is initial ray, that is O, and next you keep your protractor and in that you are measuring 270 degree. So 270 degree where it comes? It comes here. Correct? No? This is your 270 degree. Now how to mark this? This is the anti-clockwise direction. Why it is anti-clockwise direction? This is 270 degree. That is plus 270 degree. So write down this in your notes. Okay. So here direction is important and the mark is, arrow mark is very important. Now next unit of measurement of angle is radian measurement, right? First one already we discussed, that is degree measurement. So here 1 degree is equal to how many minutes? 60 minutes. 1 degree is equal to 60 minutes and 1 minute is equal to how many seconds? 60 seconds, correct? No? So 1 degree is equal to 60 minutes, 1 minute is equal to 60 seconds. That 2 points are important. Now here radian measurement. So what do you mean by radian measurement? So definition is given, angle subtended, it is angle subtended at the center by an arc of length of 1 unit. 1 unit means 1 meter or 1 centimeter whose length is 1 in a unit circle. In a unit circle means a circle with the radius. Circle of radius is 1 unit and then it is said to have a measure of 1 radian. This is very important definition, that is for 1 mark. 1 mark important definition. Define radian measurement. Define radian measurement is important. So what is the radian measurement? Angle subtended at the center by an arc of unit circle or arc of length 1 unit in a unit circle. So first we will see what is this arc of length of unit. Already you know the parts of circle, right? Parts of circle. So suppose this is one circle and this point is called what? The center of a circle. Already you know, right? This is called the center of circle. That is O is the center of a circle. Next I draw radius. OA is what? The radius of a circle, right? OA is the radius of circle. Now next, what is AB? AB is diameter of circle. AB is the diameter of circle. Now next, what is this CD? CD is what? Chord of a circle. Correct? No? CD is the chord of a circle. Now next, minor segment, major segment, that all you study. Now next, what is the circumference of circle? Circumference of circle is this one. Correct? No? The circumference of a circle. So this is the circumference of circle. Right? Now next, what is arc of a circle? Arc of a circle is EF. See, EF is called the arc of a circle. Then what is the meaning of arc of a circle? The part of circumference is called the arc of a circle. Correct? No? EF is one part of circumference. EF is one part of circumference. So that is called as arc of circle. Yeah, now we will see the definition. Angle subtended at the center. So angle at the center by what? By an arc of length 1 unit. So now BA, is it arc of a circle? Yes, it is arc of a circle. Why it is arc of a circle? This is the part of circumference. Correct? No? One segment of circumference. So here AB is arc of a circle. Arc of length. What is the length of this arc of a circle? It is 1 unit. It is the angle subtended at the center by this arc of length of 1 unit in a unit circle. In a unit circle means whose radius is 1 unit. So main three important is radius of 1 unit circle of unit length. What is unit length? It is 1 meter or 1 unit arc, the angle subtended at the center. So here while writing definition, this point is very important. Arc of unit length, that should be there in your definition, and in a unit circle is very important. Without these two words, if you write definition, then it will be 0 mark. So here important part is an arc of length of 1 unit in a unit circle is important definition. Clear? Know this one? So then it is called as 1 radian. And then it is called as 1 radian. In your 10th class you have to you studied. So here what is length of, or what is area shaded region, right? The segment, area of this segment. So what is this theta? Theta is angle at the center. Theta is in what there? In degree measurement. So find the area of a quadrant. Find the area of quadrant whose radius is 4 unit or 4 meter. That you studied in your 10th class. So area of quadrant means theta is what? The central angle is 90 degree. So in that question theta is in degree. So theta is the central angle. So here also the theta is a central angle, but measurement is unit is different. Here unit is 1 radian, not 1 degree. Clear? No? This is 1 radian. Any confusion here? So again and again repeating. So angle subtended at the. So what do you mean by definition of radian? 1 radian. It is angle subtended at the center by an arc of length unit, 1 unit in a unit circle. In a unit circle means circle with the radius 1 unit, then it is called as 1 radian. Yes. Now next is important note. What is that important note? The how to calculate this measurement, the length of arc of a circle. There is one formula. Length of an arc of a circle is given by L is equal to R theta. Sometimes they will give different notation, or S is equal to R theta. L is equal to R theta or S is equal to R theta, where L is the length of arc of a circle or S is also length of arc of a circle. In question paper, some may they ask what is length of circle or length of arc of a this one circle. You can write S is equal to R theta, L is equal to R theta. So L and S both notations for length of arc of a circle. So your formula is L is equal to R theta, where L is what? The length of arc of a circle, R is what? The radius of a circle, and theta is angle, you know this, but angle should be in which unit? It should be in radian unit. So concentrate on this. Concentrate on this. To simplify, to substitute in this formula the theta value, the theta must be in radian. in radian. Clear this? So this, remember this point is important. While substituting in question, if theta is given is 30 degree and radius is 4 meter, find the length of the arc means you have to find what is your L. Right? Suppose your question is find the length of arc of a circle whose radius is 4 unit and angle is 30 degree. So how to find length of arc? L is equal to r theta, right? L is equal to r theta. Now substitution, L is equal to r is how much here? 4. What is your theta? Theta is this 30 degree. Is this 30 degree? No. Why it is not? Here theta, angle is in which unit? This is in degree unit. But in your formula, theta is what? In radian. So don't substitute is equal to into 30. That is wrong substitution. So first you should convert this 30 degree to the radian. After that conversion of radian, next substitute theta. Is this clear? So many students, they do mistakes here. So whatever theta is given in degree or radian, they directly substitute here. That is wrong. If see that first concentrate on the given degree and theta. So if it is degree, that first you have to convert to what? Radian. Next simplification, that I will tell you later while simplifying the problems related to this. So understood now? So length of arc, already you know what is arc. This is arc. How to calculate the length of this? How to calculate the length of arc? That is L is equal to r theta. So here important is define 1 radian, 1 mark question, and length of arc of a circle. Problems are very important and definite question. Now next we will see the relation between degree and radian measurement. What is the relation between degree and radian? So these are the points. These are not much important, but this is very important to solve questions, and important problems are important based on this. That is for 2 marks. So first just concentrate on this. 2 pi radian is equal to 360 degree. 2 pi radian is 360 degree. 2 pi radian is equal to 360. Already you know in your lower class 1 meter is equal to how many centimeters? Same way. So 2 pi radian is equal to 360 degree. So pi radian is equal to how much here? 180 degree. So pi in terms of degree, how to substitute? It is 180 degree. So 2 pi radian, that if you need as degree, so that is equal to what? 360 degree. So just remember. And next this point. So 1 degree is equal to pi divided by 180 radian. So pi divided by 180, that simplification gives you 0.0176 radian. Now next 1 radian is equal to 180 divided by pi, 180 degree divided by pi, and that is equal to 57 degrees 16 dash. Dash means 16 minutes, that is approximately equal. So 1 radian is equal to how many degrees? 1 radian is equal to 57 degrees 16 minutes. So pi radian is equal to how many degrees? Pi radian is equal to 180 degrees. So 1 radian is equal to how many degrees? It is 57 degrees 16 minutes. Clear? How to get this 1 radian? You can use this one. So pi radian is equal to 180. So 1 radian is equal to how many? So 180 into 1 divided by pi. So that simplification gives this one. So 2 pi radian is equal to 360 degree. Pi radian is equal to 180 degree. So pi radian can be substituted in terms of degree as 180 degree. That is the meaning. So 2 pi radian in terms of degree can be substituted as 360 degree. So 360 degree in terms of radian, how to substitute? It is 2 pi radian. 180 degree in terms of radian, how to substitute? It is pi radian. Now next is here, pi is what? It is 22 by 7 or 3.142, both are same. So pi substitution is 22 by 7. Now next is, this is very important, how to convert the given radian measurement to degree measurement, how to convert the degree measurement to the radian measurement. Suppose degree measurement is given, suppose it is 30 degree. Convert that 30 degree to the radian. Convert the 30 degree to the radian. Which to conversion is to the radian. So what is your formula? To the radian measurement is equal to pi divided by 180 into given the degree measurement. Given the degree measurement. Clear this? So how to convert the degree? Given degree measurement to the radian measurement. What is the formula? Radian measurement is equal to pi divided by 180 into degree measurement. So by heart this one. Suppose the given radian measurement, convert that to degree measurement. The given radian, convert that to degree measurement. So given radian conversion to degree measurement, what is the formula? Degree measurement is equal to 180 divided by pi into given radian measurement. So these are very important, conversion of degree to the radian or radian to the degree, important question for 2 marks. And what is this? See, the 1 radian can be written as 1 power c. Sometimes they will give 3 power c. 3 power c means what is the meaning of that? It is 3 radian. So 1 radian means it is 1 power c. This is the notation. You are writing 1 centimeter. So what is the meaning of this 1 cm? 1 cm means it is 1 centimeter. What is 1 meter? 1 meter means it is 1 meter. Instead of writing like this, that is 1 meter. Similarly, instead of writing 1 radian, that can be written as it is 1 radian. Otherwise, instead of writing 1 degree, how we are writing? That is equal to 1 power 0, right? No? Similarly, for radian also, 1 radian is equal to 1 power c. So 4 radian is equal to what? 4 power c. So here main concentrate on this one. Very important this. And you should know what is this 2 pi radian is equal to how many degrees, and pi radian is equal to how many degrees. And pi value is already you know from your basic, from your lower classes. Pi is equal to what? 22 by 7 or 3.142. Clear? Yes. So on this one, I will give one example. How to convert the conversion. Write on this, okay, in your notes. Suppose it is degree is given. 30 degree. Convert this to radian. So convert 30 degree to the radian. So now tell me which formula to use, either this one or this one I need. Given is 30 degree. Conversion is to the radian. So radian is equal to, so which formula to use? Radian is equal to, what is your substitution? Degree substitution. Given is degree, so degree substitution means you should use this formula, that is pi divided by 180 degree into, what is your degree measurement? Degree measurement is 30 degree. Simplification. So 3 0 0 cancel, 3 1s are 3 6. So what is your answer? It is pi by 6 radian. Instead of radian, it is rad. Or you can mark it as pi divided by 6 power c. So instead of writing full radian, you can write it as rad or pi divided by 6 power c. Okay. So now I converted this 30 degree is equal to how many radians? It is pi by 6. So in radian, keep pi as it is. Okay. Don't change it as 22 by 7 and all. So in final ansre, if you need in terms of radian, so keep pi as it is. Okay, keep pi as it is. Now suppose it is pi by 4 radian, convert that to degree. pi by 4 radian. Convert that to degree. Yes, how to convert? Which formula to use? Is this first one or second formula? What is given? Pi by 4 radian. So that means radian measurement is given. So radian measurement is this substitution. So your formula is degree measurement is equal to what? 180 divided by pi into what is your given radian measurement? Pi divided by 4. So pi and pi cancels. 4 ones are 4 how much? 4 4s are 16, 17, 18, 20. 4 5s are 20. So what is your measurement? The answer is 45 degrees. So pi by 4 radian is equal to how much here? 45 degree. 30 degree is how much radian? Pi by 6 radian. So pi by 4 radian is how much degree? It is 45 degree. I will explain by giving problems. Just I showed how to use the formula. Okay. So don't write these. Okay. Don't write this. So next I will simplify questions on this one. Important for 2 marks. Conversion of radian to degree and degree to radian is important. So now next question. Find the radian measurement. What to find here? Radian measurement. So which formula to use? Radian measurement is equal to, yes, what is that? Radian measurement is equal to pi divided by 180 into degree measurement, corresponding to the following measures. Following degree measures or following measures. So first question is degree. So that is 25 degrees. So given is in degree. So conversion is radian formula. So using formula. So what is your formula? Formula is radian measure. Radian measure is equal to pi divided by 180 degree into degree measure. Correct? No? It is degree measure. Writing formula is important. It carries mark. So that is equal to. So pi as it is because we are converting to the radian. So in radian keep pi as it is. Don't substitute as 22 by 7. So 180 degree into 25 degree into 25 degree. So that simplification. 5 5s are 25. 5 3s are 15, 16, 17, 18, 30. 5 6 are 30. Correct? No? So 5 and 36. Is it possible? No. So what is your final answer? 5 into pi divided by 36. Correct? No? Substitution is important and simplification, that is equal to what? Radian. So that is RAD, or you can mark it as power C, or you can write it as RADIAN. Okay, so this is what? Radian measurement. So this is radian measurement. Radian measurement is equal to 5 pi by 36 radian. So keep pi as it is. Understood? No? So find the radian measurement. Find the radian measurement. So using formula, radian measurement is equal to pi divided by 180 into degree measurement. So by heart this formula. So next is pi divided by 180, given is degree, that is equal to 25. So now next to simplify this, 5 5 is 25, 5 36 the 180. So it is 5. Further 5 and 36 is not possible to cancel. So in the radian pi keep it as it is. So 5 into pi divided by 36 radian. The next is this one. This is very important. So convert this 240 degree into radian, right? So that given is degree. So which formula to use? Using yes, which formula? Using radian measurement. Radian measure is equal to, correct? Now I need to convert radian measure. It is pi divided by 180 degree into what? Degree measure. It is degree measure. So radian to degree measure. So which is equal to pi divided by 180 degree into degree measurement is given how much it is 240 degree into 240 degree. Now simplification, 0 and 0 cancel, 6 3s are 80, 6 4s are 24. So it is 4 pi by 3 radian. So 4 pi by 3 radian. Don't cancel here because this is your substitution part. Next is simplification part. So if you want to cancel in pencil. Okay. Cancel in pencil. So 0 and 0 can. That's why I am not cancelling here. Should not cancel. Okay. So should not cancel means should not strike like this. Strike out. Okay. So 0 and 0. Cancels, 6 4s are 24, 6 3s are 18. So 4 and 3 not possible. It is 4 into pi is 4 pi by 3. So that is your radian measurement. It is radian measure. This is your radian measure. So 240 degree is equal to how many radians? It is equal to 4 pi by 3 radian. Now next 520 degree. This is also very important for 2 marks. Now 520 degree. So I need radian measurement. Radian measure which is equal to pi divided by 180 degree into degree measure. So now that is equal to pi divided by 180 into, so what is the degree measurement? That is 520 degree. So 0 and 0 cancels. How much it is? 6. 6 correct no? 6 3s are 18. No, 6 not. How much here? 18 4s are. No, here it's okay. 2 by 2 I will do this one. 2 9s are 18, 2 2s are 4, 1 remainder, 2 6 are 26 pi by 9, right? Yes. So 0 and 0 cancels, 2 9s are 18, 2 2s are 4, 1 remainder, 2 6 are. So that is equal to what? 26 pi divided by 9 radian. It is radian. So therefore radian measure is equal to 26 pi by 9 radian. So this conversion is important. I'll give some homework questions. So I'll write here homework. First conversion, same conversion of 30 degree to the radian, conversion of 45 degree to the radian, conversion of 60 degree to the radian. So next conversion of 90 degree to the radian. Next conversion of 270 degree to the radian. So take this as a homework. So 30 degree convert to radian, 45 degree convert to radian, 60 degree convert to radian, 90 degree convert to radian, 270 degree convert to radian. So these 5 questions, take it as homework. Understood now? So given degree, the conversion is radian. So formula is radian measure is equal. Just remember the formula and substitute. Next is simplification. But in radian, keep pi as it is. Don't substitute. If you substitute also okay, but keep pi as it is. Okay? Yes.
Don't forget to like our video and subscribe our YouTube channel for all the updates.